In terms of getting started initially, what were your first steps?
It's being able to pivot. When you're an entrepreneur, you've got to be able to do everything. Hi, I'm Mark and I'm speaking with Novantum today. I own Catering Visions since 2003 is when I created the company, and we've opened up a shop in 2006 at the Railway Cafe, a home base. Been in business now for 22 years, working on both the catering corporate side, weddings and other functions and gatherings for people, as well as running the shop day to day from Monday to Friday, based in an industrial area that I've been told is tricky to find. Yeah, worked our way through a lot of different times already and different things.
So thank you so much for joining me today. The first question is, how did you get started and what contributed to your success? And what were some of the challenges?
So I was going to school for something completely different, realizing I didn't enjoy the computer side of it. And at that time I was working to pay for school in the food industry perspective. And I really enjoyed it. I had family and friends ask me to do things for them. And I found that was something very enjoyable for me. So I kind of branched off and went out on my own to do that and go after that aspect, be an entrepreneur rather than go to school and work for somebody else. Challenges that have come over the past is people not believing that I was an entrepreneur, that I was capable of doing what I was set out to do. Family as well as friends, thinking it was more of a side hustle or side project, not necessarily something that could be a career or sustain a lifestyle from.
In terms of getting started initially, what were your first steps?
First steps was, reaching out to people, clients, things like that, putting yourself forward to meet those people, meet things, get yourself out into the community and make connections, because you don't know who will need your service or wanting what you're delivering.
And I think it is challenging when you're set your mind on, no, I'm going to be an entrepreneur. This is something that I want to pursue and I can do it. And sometimes it's not about convincing others, but more just shutting the noise out and convincing yourself, I can do this.
Yes, 100%.
Absolutely. And what allowed you to scale or grow your business successfully compared to other businesses like yours that were unable to do so?
It's being able to pivot. When you're an entrepreneur, you've got to be able to do everything. In my industry, it's everything from like washing dishes, cleaning up, mopping, jumping in to help out the staff that you do have in tough situations, as well as being able to pivot and change things around to fulfill what your clients or what people need out there, because it does change. For us over the 22 years, it's changed so much from what people's needs were for a wedding back then to what their budgets and things allow now, and being able to give them that now.
And then what made you pivot into starting and opening up your own cafe then?
It's again to show people that we are real and legitimate in the aspect like, hey, we have a home base. Because I noticed when we first started, people would want to try you, but where can we meet? Where's your location? And you were just working out of ghost kitchens, places that were there physically, but you couldn't bring clients into or showcase yourself. So people were very weary. Mostly the bigger customers and clients that you want to draw, they were a little more weary on coming in and trying you or seeing what you are without actually having a physical location. So that was kind of our next big step once we had the contacts, to find routes where we could focus our business out of.
Absolutely. And with the times kind of changing a little bit since after COVID, do you see that aspect of the business of not having a home base versus having a home base, that changing a little bit more, or not so much?
I don't find it so much. There's a lot of ghost kitchens out there and people that are very successful with what they do on that end. For like little lunches or day-to-day things, definitely not an issue. I find it for the bigger events, the weddings, things like that, people want the roots. They want to hear that, hey, this person's been around for a long time. They're built into the community and things. We can trust them just for that.
Absolutely. When you first started, did you have a partner going into it, or was it very solo?
I had a partner. We did have different visions and we separated pretty quick. He went out on his own to do his thing with his vision, and I had my own. And that's the one thing, you got to stay true to what you believe in and how you think you should run the company. It's your brand. You're putting yourself forward to these people and you want to sell yourself.
And now, having found success, do you believe in partners in the beginning?
I think there's a right spot for partnerships. It really matters on how big you want to get. It's always nice to have a second person to rely on or believe if they have the same beliefs as you, and bounce ideas off and things like that. I'm lucky enough that when I started the company, me and my wife, we weren't even married yet, but she's become a big partner and support for me in keeping me organized and things like that. So I do have a partner in that aspect now that supports me in my business. And that is a big part, and it's helped out huge. That being said, having a business partner that's not married to or family related, it works in some people's aspects. It wasn't one that would work for me, unfortunately.
Has financial freedom and independence always been important to you? Essentially.
It is very important to me. You know, with being an entrepreneur and stuff like that, yes, a lot of capital to get you keep going, and that's one thing to worry about at the beginning. But once you've got a good base, it really helps and stuff like that for you to get future equipment, future things, have employees for little things, like even just from washing dishes to coming in and doing the janitorial or the garbage service, so you're not out there doing it all. You got to be the front of your company. Like, entrepreneurship is it's you are the company. So that's the big thing. Yeah, you are the brand, exactly.
Thank you for your honesty. I appreciate that.